And here we have our completed project. We have the simple Armin wing that I built and added the servos already. Have our V-tail with our simple actuator. I did decide to change motors. In the original video I had this smaller motor going from Grayson Hobby, and I thought that it might not be enough to keep this thing going. There's a little higher kV for these props as well. So I changed over to the Grayson Hobby 221706. This is a tried and true motor that I've used on numerous other airplanes. I have crashed this thing into the ground at great speeds numerous times, breaking it right off of motor mounts and shattering multiple props with it, and it is still running. The shaft is not bent. It still runs perfectly, and I think I only paid about $28 for it. Any motor you can beat like that, and believe me, this motor has been beat, and it will still keep on going, you definitely want to hang on to. We'll be turning a 3-cell 2200 milliamp battery and seeing how that thing flies. We're going to get it out there to the flying field here in just a little bit and see what we can do about making it look like it's going to fly. I have added some skewers instead of poking the skewers through the fuselage and having to beef it up. I just glued the skewers to the outside, ran them a little bit long, and just hooked the rubber band around it. The wing is held on with two large rubber bands from Hobbytown, USA, and that holds it quite sufficiently. So we're going to take it out and get a flight going. Yeah. It is nose heavy. Come on back, come on back. Wow. I couldn't pull it up. It's so nose heavy.
Okay, a couple of things went wrong on that one. First off, to start out with, the plane was not well balanced. It did start out a little bit nose heavy, or what I thought was a little bit nose heavy. Once it got up in the air, it turns out it's a lot nose heavy. So always make sure you balance your plane first before you put it in the air. Then you don't have that problem. The second problem was that to prevent it from being so jerky in all the stick movements, I had dialed down the dual rates way down to 50%, which would have been great had it been balanced. But because it wasn't balanced, I didn't have the kind of elevator I needed to pull out of that dive. I've since then gone back. I've upped the elevator dual rate to 80%. Also, as you see, we live in Texas here. In Texas, we have some really big weeds, and luckily those big weeds were in my favor because they buffered the fall of my aircraft so much so that it wasn't really damaged. The motor popped off, the motor mount popped right off. It's just on with double-sided sticky tape. I just stuck it back on, tucked the wires back in where they went, where they're supposed to go, and we put it back up in the air. And here's what happened when I did.
How's that? Yeah. We're smooth. Yeah. I throttled back the Yeah, brought the throttle back some. It's running out of battery, it looks like. Maybe not. Yeah. Pretty good turn there. Lost it in that sign. Oh, shit. Still got just a little nose down. I need to trim it up some, but I got it trimmed up an awful lot. Yeah, yeah. Little back stick. What do you think, man? It's a flower?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely needed that elevator on that first run. Ah, nice catch.